grappling matches left till the main event, or main card.
And we see Chloe Adkins walking out in that same cheetah print that the other Category 5 grappler had earlier.
And it looks like Chloe Adkins has stepped into the cage. She's got the leopard print rash guard going on.
Category 5, very high-level jiu-jitsu gym in the area. They're in Hurricane, West Virginia. Unfortunately, I don't know his last name, but Wes, the black belt, and, one of the head coaches there. I've gotten to train with a lot of his students. And
Wes
speak
Hamilton,
very,
I believe.
Yeah, everybody speaks very, very highly of him. I've seen him compete at Butch's tournament. Very skilled grappler, so anybody that comes out of that gym has a good base.
I think the Category 5 has 5 people competing tonight.
Yeah, they've got Eric Kuhn fighting as well.
Yeah. And that's a grudge match, if I've ever seen one. It looks like, I don't know if you got to see the live weigh-in show, but those two about scrapped.
Eric seems like he was a pretty respectful guy the bit I've met with him, but he's got a couple grudge matches already. I think he's on his second fight in his second grudge match.
Eric's a really nice guy when you're not fighting him, but when you're fighting him, he has a tendency to get under people's skin in a way that you don't see often.
We have a women's jiu-jitsu openweight match. In the blue corner, we have Chloe Adkins, Hurricane, West Virginia. Out of the red corner, this is the girlfriend of the main event. Jessica Pritchard.
Jessica, the girlfriend Pritchard.
Yeah, I like that our notes say Karshner's woman and Karshner's son for 2 of the grappling matches.
Yeah.
Now Jessica was very physical in the wrestling.
Her on the head here.
Yeah.
She's being
Chloe doesn't
super
seem
annoying already.
Chloe doesn't seem interested in engaging that, although she tries to shuck by. I was very impressed with Jessica's physicality in the collar tie transitions in the previous match.
She's an aggressive, angry woman.
And you see that in general with people transitioning from MMA and then taking jiu-jitsu matches, right? They bring that physicality that they're accustomed to from the striking arts. And oftentimes you can see jiu-jitsu people sometimes get flustered by it, but Chloe doesn't seem flustered by it. She seems just kind of like, okay, push me around.
It looks like Pritchard might be talking to her a little bit.
Now Chloe's stepping in there with aggressive collar ties, but Jessica Emmerich's able to get her into double collar ties.
Nice. Here's a scramble.
Yep.
She's going for the triangle now.
She's already got that. The arm's inside, but we might get into
this
a
is
TP.
a nice position here, though.
TP dead orchard. She might be able to get the arm lock on the other arm here. Yep, now she's making that transition.
Changing that angle now. Got her in a dangerous spot, but she's got her hands together. She knows what's up.
And we're getting into a position where this is a double head side Juji Gatame. If she gets to it, she might have to transition out around here to the backside towards the arm saddle.
You know how much it embarrasses me when you pull out those Japanese names of things. You got to stop it.
I watch too much.
Juji Gatame. Good Lord.
Blame Rob Daigle and the Danaher black belts. But yeah, she's doing a good job keeping that. Now she's opening it up towards an Americana style, but difficult to finish on somebody with flexible shoulders.
Where I come
Is
from,
this kind of like a can opener style thing here, Colin?
Yeah, but you can see Pritchard is trying to finish this as like an Americana by taking that wrist out, right? Since she wasn't able to get that arm straight. But again, she's here staying hooked under that far hip for the. She's able to clear.
And now Chloe is in a great spot here in top side control. She stayed real patient.
And you hear Wes
She's
again, that Cat 5 heavy top pressure jiu-jitsu.
She's kind of rushing to the mount a little bit.
Yeah,
but she doesn't need the mount right now.
And that's what her coach was telling her. Take your time. Don't lose position in that transition. I think she kind of settled off here, and she might be looking to maybe set up a cradle to kind of make Jessica get tired for a second here.
What do you do here? What's your go-to right here? When she's turning to her side, going belly down.
Personally, I would probably try to slide into a leg drag type position, actually put my knee in between Jessica's legs, but very difficult to just slide over to mount somebody like that. They're probably just going to turtle and make a scramble. So I think she needs to definitely keep Jessica's right arm pinned to the mat so that she's not able to get all the way back to turtle. But again, very difficult. Now we're going up. She started to slide up in towards like a Kajura Kesugatame or the broken scarf hold, but Emmerich's able to get her, or excuse me, Pritchard's able to get her elbow back to the inside. I'm used to seeing her name on Facebook, and I say the wrong last name from what's on the paper.
Chloe's leaning forward a lot and creating and giving up a little too much space.
Yeah, I would agree. The thing that's saving her right now is she's got that good strong underhook on the far side, so she's able to keep the shoulders pinned to the mat. Now she swung that hand to the inside. I'm interested to see what she's going to try to do here.
I think if Jessica could just dig that overhook, time that roll when she leans like that. But right now she's in a better spot. She's sinking down.
And I think Jessica might have a look at getting towards a ghost escape, too, if she's able to get that right arm. But she's using it as a good frame on that inside bicep.
Stopping that shoulder pressure.
Yep.
Frames are so important in jiu-jitsu.
She needs to be careful, though, that she doesn't just stay framed here for too long and carry that weight, because that will tire you.
She's trying to cut back to the half guard, but she's not making enough space to do it.
Yeah, very, very difficult when somebody's got that.
There we
now
go.
She's back. Now she's got both of those underhooks freed. Doing a good job keeping her elbows in tight as Jessica.
And you hear the corner there. Great job. So see that Kimura warning her about it.
Really
Wes Thompson.
Wes Thompson, yeah. That sounds
excellent
good.
Black belt.
Back to close guard
some
for
great
Jessica.
coaching here.
Yeah, on both sides. Now we see she's starting to try to pack that wrist down, right? She's looking for that Dagestani handcuff on Jessica's left arm. But very difficult to actually break open a closed guard that way. And when you can't hit somebody, it's kind of hard to use. But we'll see if she's able to use that. If she can break open the guard, then she'll be able to pass from there.
So demoralizing when somebody starts passing that hand across when you're in guard. You just know nothing good's going to come from it.
And we see Jessica using knees to chest aggressively there to break that grip. Now she's back over top of the head, maybe looking at an overhook with 5 minutes in.
It's a strange position, you know. Chloe's got her head buried there. There's not much that Jessica can do. Maybe go for that right arm.
Yeah, she's got to take an overhook on that right arm, in my opinion, shrimp out to that side and start attacking again towards that armbar triangle or maybe even some butterfly stuff. She can start to push it down, maybe go for 100% on that arm as well. She's content to frame it away, though. Yeah. Good knees to chest, right? That's the thing that you see a lot.
Those elbows are flared way out, though.
Now she's getting her a little bit of TP action just there with the strong
punch. Thinking about that TP choke, which is a tough one to pull off.
Yeah, and I've seen people who have the squeeze there and can actually pop ribs. Very difficult to finish in comp, but yeah, we see her falling back.
Good wrist control from Jessica. She loses it, though.
Now she's playing double overhooks on the tricep.
And now a good rule of thumb, what I was always told, you never want to post on the mat.
Yeah,
and we see Chloe doing that a lot.
Yeah, and that's why she's in this overhook right now. Now, Jessica doing a good job trapping that. I'm not sure exactly what she's trying to set up there with that
I think she's thinking about a mirror lock.
Maybe. Now she's going towards a Kimura, which is kind of the classic thing you do when somebody posts their hands
I'd love
on the
to
mat.
see her chain it with that sit-up sweep because I think she could land it.
I agree.
That was one of my favorite series, was the sit-up sweep to Kimura to guillotine.
Yep. You get that good forwards and backwards momentum.
It's old school, but it works. If you learn how to do it well and keep going back and forth from one to the other, eventually you're going to land one.
Got a little wrist fighting going on here.
Yep, good battle for hand control. We got 2.5 minutes, well, almost 3 minutes remaining. Now, it looks like Chloe might be starting to try to set up a body lock, but you can't body lock somebody in closed guard, right? You got to get the butterflies. You got to get the guard open before you get those hands low and start to try to connect.
Very occasionally, you see somebody smash pass, but you got to have like the seatbelt grip. You got to have that jaw pressure.
Yeah, and generally you're not going to see it when two people are equally sized either. That's something you'll see doesn't translate well in the same. Yeah.
I don't know, Colin. I used to love that pass. But I was a big guy and then got skinnier and kept doing it. So I don't know.
I wanted so bad to get as good at it as my coach, who was quite a bit bigger than me, and I failed miserably in my attempts. So maybe I'm just jaded.
Your legs are too short. That's what it is.
My legs are too short.
And you're not built for it.
I'm a troll.
You're an outside dog.
It's a corgi in this instance. Jessica doing a good job making her own.
If you're going to be an outside dog, you want to be like one of the Queen's corgis.
That's right.
What do you think happened to the Queen's corgis after she died? I really wonder about that all the time.
Is that what keeps you up at night?
It does.
Jessica's doing a good job keeping guard retention here in closed guard, but having a hard time setting up upper body controls that you need to actually launch subs or sweeps. Very difficult. I mean, there's only a handful of closed guard sweeps, right? You got to trying to scoop under the legs and go into pendulums or something like that. And we see Chloe's kind of content to just stay in here and
they're being really patient, and you know they know that EBI overtime's coming.
Yeah.
If you see a stalemate, you don't want to burn all your energy out before that time comes.
Jessica doing a good job with wrist control now, maybe looking to throw up a triangle. Generally, wrist control from closed guard means a triangle's coming. Now she went to scoop under that leg when she stood, but good defensive reaction immediately sensing it from Chloe. She's doing a good job keep trying to fight that inside bicep tie. Chloe is there. You see that battle happening at the right arm of Chloe. Getting down to the wire here, 30 seconds remaining.
Jessica's got a tight closed guard. It's hard. It's making it tough for Chloe to do anything. But it also is making it tough for Jessica to do anything. It's hard to make something happen with closed guard.
Yeah, very difficult.
You're going to have to open that guard in order to work.
Yeah.
But that opens you up to getting past as well.
And I think that's why in recent years we've seen a transition away from the closed guard in MMA as we've gotten to the shorter time limits, right? Hoist Gracie's got an hour to work with Dan Severn or whatever, then closed guard becomes a much more viable long-term position.
Here's my question. When's the last time you saw a high-level MMA fight end in the closed guard? It's very rare nowadays.
The last title fight I saw, and there was Pettis and Benson Henderson, and that was a long time ago.
At least a decade ago.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. And then you're starting to see, like, Yair Rodriguez and a lot of these young up-and-coming Mexican fighters have very fire offense from their closed guard, right?
He has an excellent triangle.
They're using wrist control and throwing up a hailstorm of offense, but
guys are so wise to it, and it's so hard to submit a guy who's just focused on not being submitted from closed guard.
So we see Jessica here trying to escape the back. Chloe drags her over to the underhook side of the harness.
And this is when that time gets important.
Yep.
We'll see how long it takes Jessica to get out of here if she can do it.
And Jessica seems to be going with the approach of trying to bridge backwards and set her on her shoulders to get off of the side.
I don't see that she's got wrist control either yet. She's looking for it. There it is.
Now she's got that good 2-on-1. She's got the hands separated, but now we're in double underhooks, which is actually a more difficult position to escape, very difficult to attack from, but now she's going back to the neck.
She's over the neck. She can get a nice jaw crank.
But she doesn't have a good chest-to-back connection anymore.
She needs to try to turn her to the other side.
Yep, she's in She's in danger of Jessica getting that hip to the mat. It's a battle right now if she can win that battle for that bottom hook.
She needs to use that outside hook to lift that leg and try to roll her to the other side.
Yep.
Nice job recovering there.
She was able to regain the bottom hook, but in the process, Jessica was able to clear the choke attempt. But we're here now a minute in.
It's so difficult to keep control of the back while trying to get the submission.
And we see Jessica's trying to work that 2-on-1 grip where she passes the arm over to the other side of her head. Now she's got that full bridge. She's got her head digging into her chin, and she's giving bridges backwards, putting a lot of pressure here.
She's going to try to turn soon.
You see her moving her head back and around, yeah.
I'll tell you this, Jessica Pritchard is a mean grappler.
Yeah.
And I like it. I'm a fan of it.
That's another thing you see with just people who have that MMA training background, right? They lose that fear of upsetting their training partners.
Chloe had her feet crossed at a really dangerous spot at one point.
Yeah, and Jessica was crossing her legs over top of them, so she knows what's up there.
She's trying to do it right now. Crank that ankle.
10 seconds.
Yep, there it is.
Oh. I don't think she's got them crossed high enough where she's safe now, I believe.
Time. So Jessica,
look at that crazy smile that Jessica Pritchard had on her face.
She enjoys the violence.
She enjoys just pushing people in the face and then rubbing her head on people. She's mean. She's a mean woman.
So she's able to survive, but it does take her the full 2 minutes. Oh, she's going to spiderweb. So this will be interesting. Spiderweb, like I said, historically it's a higher percentage of the submission, but it's also a much faster escape for your opponent if they're able to escape usually.
You have to be very confident in your arm bars to go here.
She's got a good deep hook, though, and the way she connected her spiderweb makes me think that she's comfortable in this position, so I'm interested to see this.
She lets go of the leg immediately and uses it to post.
Yep. Which is a bold strategy, because with that leg hooked, you can stop them bridging, and you get a little bit of control over the legs. She goes back to it here now. I think she's definitely working on this as a pin right now. Now, it'd be interesting to see what kind of grip break she goes through. From spiderweb, you generally see people using their legs to break the grip as opposed to using upper body.
I'd like to see her strip that leg off of her head and then start working on the arms.
As long as she's got a good elbow deep hook, though, and she's still got her fingers kind of on top of her quad there, she's got a pretty good grip.
There we go. Now she needs to lean up, start working on the arm.
Now she's got her hands connected, but she doesn't have control of the lower body anymore.
She's just using strength right now, though. She's
not
working on any. There,
beautiful.
But that was beautiful.
And she gets the sub.
Nice.
Beautiful control and grip right there.
Nice job by Jessica Pritchard. Beautiful armbar in the overtime round. Now, that's the end.
Yep,
Am
that's
I right?
the end. Yep, she submitted her in the bottom of the round, so it was very good work from both of these ladies. Good match. And Chloe, when she came out, she was very, I don't want to say passive, but she didn't look super physical in those clinch exchanges, but she was able to hang when Jessica was trying to bully her around. It was a good match.
Excellent work, Jessica Pritchard. She had to be really patient there. Couldn't look happier.
And you can tell that she's comfortable with her arm bars, right? Because she was very close to that arm bar finish in regulation as well from the
Well,
from
you
the
see
bottom.
how many people choose the back control. You knew when she picked that she likes the arm bar.
Yeah, and when she went for a good, proper deep hook with that top arm, I knew that was a position she was comfortable with.